Welcome to the Crypto Quantamental Ultimate Cryptocurrency Exchange Review. This is part of my exchange review series, but in this video I'm going to review 5 different exchanges at the same time, utilizing the same process and grading criteria across the board. I'm going to go through Coinbase, Binance, Kucoin, Cryptopia, and the brand new Delta.Exchange. Now, I've made videos for each exchange separately, where I dive a bit deeper into them and the grading for each category, for each exchange. So if you're really interested in, say, Binance, definitely jump over to the Binance video. If you're really interested in Delta.Exchange, go over there, so on and so forth. But this will actually really give you a good view of them all together, what each exchange does well and what each exchange does poorly. So the grading criteria here, I'm going to go through the depth of the coins offered on each exchange, the liquidity, the analysis and charting tools, the order types offered, fees, security and regulation, and total scores. All utilizing a 5-point grading system ranging from bad to good. And I have a visual cue for each of the 5 points. And so the Bitconnect logo, which was a scam, is linked up to the bad score, where the Bitcoin logo, which is really good, is linked up to the good score. So let's just talk briefly on the best and worst features of each of these 5 exchanges. Again, check out the individual videos on this exchange review series to kind of get more detail on these features, but here they are in aggregate. So Coinbase, really, why would you use it? For fiat on-ramp, security. Binance, it's the best liquid exchange. Kucoin, you'd go there if you want liquid, kind of big cap, mid cap, non-Binance coins. So if it's not on Binance, you look on Kucoin first. Cryptopia, if you want to dumpster dive into microcap alts, or if a coin is not listed, say on Binance, Kucoin, or other major altcoin exchanges, check it out on Cryptopia. Delta.Exchange, you get 100x leverage on Bitcoin and some of the best fees and the best promos in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, you get paid to place limit orders, so that's just absolutely phenomenal. So those look at reasons. What are the bad reasons or the worst features? Coinbase, extremely high fees. Binance, honestly, I don't think there's really many negatives. So I'm putting limited order types here. Kucoin, the concern here for me is security. Cryptopia, the main concern here is liquidity, and also security. And Delta.Exchange, the big issue is it's a really new exchange. It's kind of unknown, and its short track record. So if you've watched my other videos, I would go through each grading your category, and I talk about the pros and cons, say for depth of coins for Coinbase or Kucoin or whatever it might be. But here I would actually do all 5 at the same time, but just kind of talk about the highlights for each and talk about the overall grades for each. The depth of coins. So Coinbase, I rated average. Binance and Kucoin, above average. Cryptopia, pretty good. And Delta, below average. With Coinbase, about 10 plus coins in Coinbase Pro. Depends on your jurisdiction. It's growing, but ultimately still limited. Binance has, it's Kucoin, basically same thing here. Like 150 plus coins, really all big, mid, and even small caps, but they do have some gaps here and there. So sometimes you want to hop on Kucoin to get a non-Binance coin, so on and so forth. Cryptopia, 450 plus coins. Really, pretty much everything out there is going to be listed on Cryptopia. At least it seems that way. So the depth of coins is fantastic in Cryptopia, and with Delta, just 4 pairings right now: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and XLM. What about liquidity and volume? So Coinbase and Binance, I rated good. Kucoin below average, Cryptopia bad, and Delta below average. Coinbase has phenomenal liquidity really across all pairings. Binance, for the Bitcoins, liquidity is great. And for the altcoins, especially small ones, it's kind of the best you're going to get out there. I wouldn't say the liquidity is good by any stretch, but you're not going to find better liquidity out there for some of the smaller altcoins. So Binance is the place to go for liquidity for altcoins. Kucoin below average here. The only coins that really have sufficient liquidity are the coins that are not on Binance, and people have to go to Kucoin to get that liquidity, which is a really major reason why you'd want to go to Kucoin, at all. I have an account there because, frankly, if I want access to a coin that's not on Binance, I go to Kucoin to get it. So, but other than that, the liquidity is fairly weak. Cryptopia, the same concept, is just the next tier down. So if a coin's not on Binance or Kucoin or other exchanges, and it's on Cryptopia, it might actually have okay liquidity. But other than that, most coins don't really trade at all. Liquidity is very, very, very poor. There's some days where the coin might not even have a single trade. So it doesn't get much worse than that. Delta, the liquidity for the Bitcoin pairing is actually pretty decent for most investors. But for the other pairings, it's kind of so-so. The XLM's not bad. But the Ethereum XRP is pretty much nothing at this point in time. So overall, below average. What about analysis and charting tools? So Delta.Exchange actually rated good here, and they actually do a really excellent job. They have a mock trading platform. You're able to build your own automated algo and execute it, which is actually fantastic. And also have some pretty decent educational tools. Cryptopia, I rated average, mainly because they have a pretty nice arbitrage feature where we're able to compare and contrast prices on different exchanges to see if you're getting good execution. That's not really seen on other exchanges, so definitely boosted up Cryptopia's score here. But everything else is actually pretty weak. Really no educational tools. The charting is actually pretty poor. Kucoin, average. I think the charting's fine, but really doesn't offer much else. Binance, I have above average. So pretty solid charting. Really the same charting on Binance that you have on Kucoin. But also have a lot more educational content, which bumps them up to above average. Coinbase, I think their charting is pretty weak on Coinbase Pro, and it's non-existent on Coinbase. So that's pretty bad. They just started doing something with earn.com where they teach you about the new coins that they're offering on their platform. That's pretty neat, but that just started a couple weeks ago. So kind of remains to be seen, what happens with that, and if that's going to be viable or not. But I'd expect Coinbase, especially with their retail focus for the average Joe, the newer investor, they'd be a lot better with the education that they are. So overall, I've rated them below average. Types of trades and order types. You see a bunch of dragon chains here, below average, below average, below average for Coinbase, Binance, Kucoin. Bad for Cryptopia, it's a Bitconnect logo, and above average for Delta. Not sure why it says above averages, but I make mistakes. So what about Coinbase here? So what makes them below average? That's long only, market order, limit order, and stop. Same for Binance, same for Kucoin. That's why they're all below average. Coinbase is actually a hair below because the regular Coinbase, it's just you type in the values and hit go. Good user experience, but no flexibility. Cryptopia takes it even a step below that, where you can really just have frankly, just a limit order that you place, and you can kind of game it to be a market order, but long only, pretty bare bones. Delta.Exchange, above average, because they offer 100x leverage and shorts, as well as market limit and stop orders. Fees and customer service here. So let's talk about the bads first. Coinbase, I rated bad with the BitConnect logo. all-in fee on regular Coinbase is about 2%. You get charged 50 basis points, or 0.5% for the spread, and about another 150 basis points, or 1.5%, if it's a fiat on-ramp trade. So 2%, that's ridiculous. You're getting hammered if you're just an average Joe, just learning about cryptocurrencies and trading on Coinbase. So I would recommend, get your money on Coinbase, some way. That's a few different ways to do so. But once you get your money on Coinbase, transfer it over to Coinbase Pro. It's instantaneous, and the fees are a bit better, but still not great. You get free limit orders on Coinbase Pro. So that's the Pro here. You definitely want to take advantage of that. But 0.3% or 30 basis point fee for market orders still on Coinbase Pro. So overall, Coinbase is pretty negative. Cryptopia is also bad, but a hair better than Coinbase. They just have a straight up flat fee of 20 basis points, or 0.2%. Now, Cryptopia's altcoin exchange. Let's take a look at the other altcoin exchanges here, Binance, Kucoin. Both of those have a 0.1% or 10 basis point fee for market limit orders, and both of those offer pretty hefty discounts if you utilize their native cryptocurrencies. So the BNB token for Binance, KCS for Kucoin. Overall, I think the Binance program is a little more attractive, and it's a little bit safer, honestly. That's my opinion, not financial advice, to hold the BNB token over the KCS token. So that's why I rated Binance good and Kucoin above average. But overall, their fee structures for both very similar and fairly fair. You can put it that way. Delta.Exchange, on the other hand, I have rated as good. So you're paid for limit orders. What that means is they put money into your account if your limit orders are filled. So that's absolutely fantastic to get paid to trade, basically. Their market orders, I think, are 25 basis points, 0.25%. So you're paying if you implement market orders, but you're getting paid for limit orders. That's fantastic. Right now, there's a deposit bonus match on Delta.Exchange. So not for your entire deposit, but a portion of your deposit they will match. And you get a 15% fee discount with my referral link, which you can actually find in the description. Security and regulation. So I utilized the ICO rating and exchange security report primarily for this rating. They're the experts and not me, to be completely honest, when it comes to security. But utilizing their report, they rated Coinbase number 1 out of 100. Excellent. Binance was 17 out of 100. I rated that average. Binance has things like the SAFU fund, SAFU, where a portion of fees go into a different fund. So if something does happen with Binance, they can try to make people whole. So that's pretty good. So this actually might be creeping up to above average over time, but there's still some regulation issues with Binance. Moving to Malta and things like that. Kind of remains to be seen what happens from a regulatory standpoint. But Coinbase is about as good as you're going to get from a regulatory standpoint as well. Then we have 3 straight bads: Kucoin, Cryptopia, and Delta.Exchange. Already BitConnect, already bad. Kucoin, Cryptopia, you can see the ICO rating exchange security report. The Kucoin's 58 out of 100. Cryptopia is 52 out of 100. Not great. Any exchange rated below them is an exchange you're not really going to ever go to. Unknown, super small. So 52, 58 is not just average out of 100. That's pretty darn poor in my opinion, hence why they're rated bad. Delta.Exchange is rated bad for a different reason. They're unknown. It's a new exchange. We haven't seen it stressed. So it's just unknown right now. And when something's unknown, it's kind of trust but verify type thing. So we just have to see what happens over time, how it performs under certain situations, and kind of third-party audits, things like that. So over time, their rating might get better, but right now it's purely unknown. And honestly, even though Coinbase is rated good here, I highly recommend you not hold any coins on exchange where you can. And of course, some of you guys day trade, things like that, so you can't really help it. But overall, you want to keep all or the vast majority of your coins and your dollars and your stable coins off exchange, period. But if you have to keep it on, Coinbase is #1. So overall final ranking here, I'll go from best to worst. Binance is rated Bitcoin here, or good. It is the best liquid alt exchange. It does pretty much everything either above average or good, in my opinion. Coinbase is above average. The fees, the big negative, but security is great. They're offering pretty, a decent set of coins now. Liquidity is great. Security is great. It's a fiat on-ramp. Again, pretty solid overall, but just be cautious on the fees. Delta.Exchange I also have as above average. Opposite of Coinbase here, the fees are absolutely fantastic. You're getting paid for limit orders. As an example, deposit bonus match. You can do leverage, 100x in Bitcoin. You can short. So a lot of pros here as well. You can do your algo creation tool, mock trading. It does a lot of things pretty well. Also, liquidity is a major concern here as it's a new exchange. Also, since it's a new exchange, it's simply an unknown from a security standpoint. But overall, it's rated above average. Kucoin, I rated here average. It's honestly a Binance clone in almost every way, to be quite honest with you. It just doesn't do really anything better than Binance. Fees are very similar. Binance has more liquidity. Kind of go down the line. Kucoin, though, if you want to get access to a coin that's not on Binance, Kucoin is generally the best place to do so. So it's definitely worthwhile to have an account at your disposal to be able to pick up those coins. So it's kind of a really solid, semi-liquid alt exchange. Cryptopia, rated below average. Here, you're just dumpster diving into microcaps or some bigger coins that are just not listed anywhere else. Their analysis tools, charting tools are all pretty weak. The fees are pretty mediocre. Security is pretty mediocre. It's not really good anywhere besides the fact that they have listed over 450 plus coins. So as you can tell, all 5 of these exchanges have some pros. There's reasons why you might have an account for all 5 of these. It just depends what you're looking for. And there's reasons why you should be leery on all 5 exchanges here. Whether it's high fees or security or liquidity, whatever it is. None of these exchanges are, perfect. So it just depends exactly what you're trying to achieve. And honestly, I think it's the way I utilize, these 5 exchanges and more, to be honest with you, it's very strategic. If I want access to a specific coin, I go to the exchange where I get the best liquidity with the best fees. If I want access to certain leverage or shorting, I go to certain exchanges. If I want access to fiat on-ramps, I go to certain exchanges. So you need to be fairly strategic on that respect. But just keep that in mind, that they all have their pros and they all have their cons. If you want to check any of these exchanges out, I have links in the description, so just hop in there, click the link, sign up, check it out, comment below, let me know if my ratings were good, bad, crappy, wrong, whatever you want to call it, and what your user experience was on that exchange. But yeah, definitely check them out and let me know how it goes. I appreciate you checking out the Crypto Quantamental Exchange Review Series. And hopefully this helped you decide which exchange you want to transact on. One of them or all of them, or just like I just mentioned, utilize a strategic process in determining where you want to trade. And if it helped you, just let me know. I put a smile on my face whenever I can help people out. So please follow me on Twitter at CryptoQF. Subscribe here to my YouTube channel. You're going to get stuff like this all the time, different reviews and a bunch of educational content. So hopefully I can help you guys out. But anyways, I hope you have a safe time trading on these different exchanges, and good luck.